What is the first thing you think about when you hear the word branding? Most of us may think of a company. We think of branding as how a company makes their mark on the world, how they go about creating a name or establishing a particular reputation for themselves in the industry that they serve. And this is mostly right. Creating a uniquely recognized reputation is at its core what branding has successfully accomplished for many corporations around the world. But did you know that everyone has a brand? Yes, everyone. Business owner or not, you have a brand. And your brand is anything that represents you on or offline. In fact, any information that people can gather about you, visually or otherwise, establishes what is called your brand identity. Your brand identity is affecting every day how people respond to you and is either attracting people to you or repelling them away from you. My story starts as a young girl who all through high school was completely oblivious as to how I was being perceived by the world, wanting only to play basketball and believing at that time, in order to be taken seriously in the sport, I had to fit the physical mold. But through the insistence of a friend in college and really desiring more from my personal life relationships, I took a really bold move to completely reinvent my look. And in doing so, I realized something very special. My change in appearance not only got me noticed, but it immediately affected far more than I had anticipated. I had reinvented people's perception of me. And though still the same person on the inside, my new outside look was instantly giving me more rapport with all kinds of people, more influence, more likability, more credibility, more compliments and comments. And I realized that day, I can create any impression that I want to with any person that I want to through the strategic use of visual expression. After that life-changing moment, I became obsessed with creating intentional impressions. And not just physical impressions, also digital ones. I thought, man, if I could drastically get these kinds of results just by changing my personal appearance, I wonder what I could do if I could create more impressions through a digital platform. I've always had a fascination with technology and went to school for broadcast production. After college, it became clear that as a creative designer, that I had a real knack for creating visual content that people recognized and saw as greatly valuable in helping them to achieve their specific desired impression. I realized that my true value to the world was in helping people and brands understand how they can visually communicate their own value using what I had learned about visual influence at an earlier age. Many years later, having worked with many personal and digital brands, I've designed this site as a resource to aid people like you, whether looking to rebrand a huge corporation or just looking to reinvent your personal brand. TheVisualBrandingExpert.com is a place to help you create intentional impressions through visual expression.